Right, I'm about to do a range test. I'm going to push this and see exactly how far I go until I completely wipe the battery out and it stops, throws me off, or does whatever it's going to do. I've done round trips of about 5 miles, but I've never truly gone until the battery's been completely depleted. So I know I've been on it for about an hour. I'm sure it could probably do an hour and a half, I don't know. I'm going to go just pavements, the occasional bit of road, occasional bit of trail. I've got my bag just in case for when it does go wrong. And yeah, we'll see how far I can get. Rubbish. Right, I'll see you soon. I'm 3 miles in to my journey, and my feet, the foot fatigue is so bad. I imagine it's because I've been on it like every day for probably about an hour a day. The occasional day off. But 3 miles in, oh, my feet are killing me. It normally kicks in at about mile 1, and it might ease off after 2 miles or so, and then it comes back. You tilt your feet up and down. You have to slow down to do it, obviously, and have a degree of control. That can relieve it. Also, braking relieves it because obviously you're going back on your heel. So I suppose it's all the pressure on your arches. You need shoes with decent arch support. My boots are pretty supportive, but it still gets me, and I wonder if it's because, and my toes go numb. Now I don't know whether it's because it's so freaking cold. Where the pedals go, don't cover the whole length of your foot. Your heel and your toes are obviously dropping off either end, so there's going to be more pressure on your arches, and it may cut off the circulation to your toes somewhat, which is why your toes go cold and then eventually numb like mine do. So muddy conditions, they're not fun, but they're doable. I've been through some puddles which have pretty much touched shit. Oh shit. Oh great. You can aquaplane on a bike to some degree. Can't on a wheel, at least I can't. Sometimes you come across a surface that you just know you're not going to get through, or you could, but that is too deep. That mud's probably, where it's all ridged up like that, that's probably about 4 or 5 inches deep. And I think at the right speed, without trying to turn, I could probably get through that. But it's whether or not you want to actually fall off into that. That's the question you want to ask yourself. So 6 miles in, the battery's at about 70%. Average speed of 9 miles an hour somehow. There were a couple of cycle paths where I kind of put my foot down. I'm not a fan of these face cam style videos, but my girlfriend was unwilling to jog with me for 12 miles. Tree roots, your nemesis. Oh my god. See what we have to put up with here in the UK? Shit weather. It's right for you people in Miami and Australia and New York. And mud. Oh. So I've done about 9 miles so far. It's good to be back on dry land. The battery's currently about 50%, although the reading does fluctuate. Annoyingly, the Bluetooth drops as well, even though it's been sat in my pocket with the Bluetooth on, not only a few feet away from the wheel, but every time I pull it out, the Bluetooth just drops. Maybe it's because I put it in my clothing, I don't know. And foot fatigue as well. I don't know if I've been on it for as long as I have, but my feet are fine. Well, I mean, they ache, they're tired, but they're fine. So it's like, I think it hurts more when you're actually on flat ground going for it without any obstruction. I think the more kind of manipulation of the wheel you have to do and your balance, the more exercise you're putting, the more motion in your feet, and obviously the better the blood flow, I guess. But after 9 something miles, my feet are strangely okay, unless because I've been on it constantly, my feet are literally getting used to it. Who knows? I'm now at 20%, not sure of the mileage, sorry. Whoa! And that was perfect timing. I just checked the app. Alright, bloody hell. I've just done that before with people as well. I just checked the app, it was hovering around 20%, so I thought I'd do a little video, and I was cruising at about 12 miles an hour, which I checked. And then all of a sudden the tilt back, and it's lucky that I was near grass. And I'm desperate for the toilet, and that didn't help. Okay, so 12.5 miles I've been on this, and it is now tilting back quite harshly. After that little incident, me falling off, I got back on it, and the battery reading went back up over 20%, about 21%, and it was fine again. I was then cruising along at about 13 miles an hour. Well, it's really trying to stop me now. But now you can cruise at about 6 comfortably, just what I'm doing roughly now. But as soon as I was touching 9, it was starting to tilt back and pushing me back till I went down to about 6 miles an hour. Because the battery reading kind of bounces around a bit, so the tilt back might happen 1 minute and then not the next, which isn't good. 20% seems a bit too early to be. I'd like a little signal 20%, I think, but wow, okay. So basically now, for the next 20% of battery life, I'm going to be stuck at doing this speed. Which is so boring, but it's safe. I've been riding for about 2 hours, so I know myself that the kind of journeys I'm going to make, I'm going to get a solid hour and a half out of before the battery goes down. It starts tilting back, although hopefully I'll be able to charge it up at points. I've been riding for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Done 15 miles exactly, and I'm on 13% battery. 6, 7, 8. So at about just over 8 miles an hour, a gentle sort of tilt back. Well, not that gentle, but certainly gentle enough so it doesn't throw you off. But if, like me, when you cross roads, you put your foot down to get across the road quickly and then do a sharp brake the other side, if you plan on doing this now, that was with me controlling it, expecting the tilt back and braking myself at the same time. And I think if you brake whilst it's tilting back, it eases off the tilt back. But if you don't brake and you're not expecting it, basically that happens. I'm going to put my phone away and try that again. So this is just going for it. It very nearly throws you off. You've got to be really, really ready for this. Oh God. So that was going, just put my foot down 100% and not trying to brake, and the tilt back comes on to what felt like about there. I need to see my own video, and that time it was just enough to throw me off the back, which could obviously end very badly. But as long as you're cruising around at about 6 or 7 miles an hour, which very quickly becomes alright, I think you treat yourself with all the speed. So you do need to learn a whole new riding style really when you're on low battery. Obviously be slow. You can make quick boosts of acceleration. You can make a quick boost, but then you've got to level it out yourself. If you do not, then it will definitely do it for you. And the more you're tilting forward, the more you're trying to accelerate, the more the tilt back comes on, and it must get to a point where it says Right, screw you, I'm just going on 100%, and it just stays there. It must hit a level where it just says, right, I'm stopping you no matter what. Although you saw what happened, it stopped me, but it kept going. Beeping like a mad thing, the phone is buzzing like a mad thing. 8% battery. We're going down! We're going down! Abandoned wheel! It won't let me go more than 2 miles an hour. Alright. Okay. It's stuck in that position. It's not till... Alright. Calm down. Calm down. I'm going to have to switch him off, I guess. Cool, that is really pissed off. And sleep. So, as soon as I went under 10%, it went mental. It did do it earlier and I didn't manage to catch it on video. But the battery just bounced back. Battery went down 9%, it beeped, chucked me off, went into that position, but then fairly quickly righted itself again. Battery went back up to 10%, as it does, it seems to fluctuate, but it just jumped down to 8% then, and clearly it wasn't going to go anywhere. And it was once I'd got off, it had just fixed itself in that position for some reason. Maybe that's to stop you getting back on it. That would make sense. But, oh, okay. And it's positioned itself like that. I'm going to try getting on it anyway. What if my life depended on it? Whoa! No, it just threw me off. Okay. Yeah, so unrideable. So that is roughly 2.5 hours that I've had on this. Just under 2 hours, the hip went below 20% and the tilt back started. And then within about 20 minutes, it's had enough. It's a good job I brought the bag. First time I've had to use it. Of course it's now filthy, and so am I. Now we walk. Come on. Not that bad. This would get old pretty quickly though, I reckon. Oh, it takes ages to get anywhere like this, doesn't it?